Good morning. Happy Monday. It's Austin here at Serenity House. Hope you all had a good weekend. I know I did. We had a really good time at a Super Bowl party yesterday with a bunch of friends, lots of food and fun. I hope you all have a good week. Let's start it off with a just for today. Living in the moment. We regretted the past, dreaded the future, and weren't too thrilled about the present. Until we experience the healing that happens when we work the 12 steps, it is doubtful that we can find a statement more true than the quote above. Most of us come to NA hanging our heads in shame, thinking about the past and wishing we could go back and change it. Our fantasies and expectations about the future may be so extreme that on our first date with someone, we find ourselves wondering which layer we'll use for the divorce. Almost every experience causes us to remember something from the past or begin projecting in the future. At first, it's difficult to stay in the moment. It seems as though our minds won't stop. We have a hard time just enjoying ourselves. Each time we realize that our thoughts are not focused on what's happening right now, we can pray and ask the loving God to help us get out of ourselves. If we regret the past, we make amends by living differently today. If we dread the future, we work on living responsibly today. When we work the 12 steps and pray each time we discover we're not living in the present, we'll notice that those times aren't occurring as often as they used to. Our faith will help us live just for today. We'll have hours, even days, when our full attention is focused on the current moment in time, not the regrettable past or fearful future. Just for today, when I live fully in each moment, I open myself to the joys that might otherwise escape me. If I'm having trouble, I will ask the loving God for help. You know, it's really easy to get caught up in all of these things. And I know when I got here, I didn't even really know much about life, right? I started using at a young age, used for a couple of decades. And so I get here and I only know what I think life is supposed to be like. And so I have to learn the hard way in some areas of my life, but I can understand, I can identify with this reading. I spent a lot of time thinking that I needed this, and that, and I needed this to look like that to be a good man or a good father or a good husband. And the whole time I really didn't know what those were. Thank God for the step working process and for sponsor and for people in my life that could slow me down sometimes and give me some advice and wisdom, their experience, so that I could slow down and enjoy these things. I have a little bit of experience with working ridiculous hours or working 2 jobs or just going, trying to catch up to make my life normal like other people. It's only to find out that like I can be using without ever using, right? I can be sick. I share about this sometimes. I was caught up in the triangle of self-obsession for like a couple of years. Fear, anger, and resentment. And because I was scared that I wasn't going to live up to be the father and the husband that I wanted to be. So I would just work. And because I'm scared, fear, and then I'm getting angry and then I'm building resentments for days. That way, if somebody tries to tell me something wrong, I can just throw a resentment at them and justify why I'm using, right? And I'm not talking about drugs. I'm talking about things outside of myself to make myself feel better. I'm grateful for this reading today. It's kind of right where I'm at. Yesterday was the first Super Bowl that I've had off in 9 years since I got clean, and I was able to sit down and enjoy the times with my friends. And this is a Super Bowl party that happens every year that I've never been able to make because of my other job. And so I got to spend some time this weekend with my fiance working on our wedding checklist, and I got to spend some time with friends at that Super Bowl party, and it was a totally different feeling, but a good feeling because I felt like I got to slow down and enjoy life. And so I'm learning how to slow down a little bit. I know there's still fear involved as far as finances are concerned, but I encourage you that if you're worried, because when I got here, I had all these things from the past as well that would try to hold me down and tell me that I'll never have this, and that. What I can tell you is if you work hard enough at anything, you'll get what you want. Just be careful what you want. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I hope y'all have a good week and are very blessed.